How's it going right there, eh? It's Denny here from Denny Loves You Outdoors. Did a lot of moving around today, switching around. Rabbits, birds, chickens, meat kings. Just going to give you a little update. So these meat kings are, I believe, 3 weeks old today. 2 to 3 weeks. So I just moved them outside today. I had one hen with 2 little chicks in here, but I moved her because I had to get I had these guys in the garage, and it was getting too warm in there. So this is the deal. They're out here for now. At least I can move them every day on fresh grass, and that should work out a lot better. I'll show you the other meat kings are right next to them here. Just hold on a second. Try to do this with one hand. Yeah, so like I was saying before, this is just an IC tote cage that I cut in half. The other half I got the new grow out rabbits in. I'll show you here shortly. And then the other half here, I got these meat kings in. On the back side here, I just framed up some 2x4 on the bottom. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to frame in a box eventually for some housing, and then I'll just cut a hole through there and let them, either the chickens or rabbits, go back and forth. And yeah, that's it for now. Here, stand by. And right next, there's the other meat kings. These guys, I got them June 12th, I believe. Today's July 26th. This is probably a tad too small for them, but it's the only thing I had. I may look at eventually opening the bottom, cutting the bottom so that they can get at the grass better. That might make it a little bit easier or better for them. Anyhow, there's 10 of them in there, so I think in another 4 weeks or so I'll be butchering them. Down here at the chicken coop, it's getting crowded. So this hen here hatched out 10 chicks. They're almost getting close to 2 weeks old now. So after about a week, they can kind of jump up and down, no problem. This is half or a portion of the chicken coop that I have for quarantining chickens. So I used to be able to block that off, or like I did there now, and then I could segregate the hurt, I guess, chickens from the other ones. So the past 2 times, this one, she hatched out this spring, and then she hatched 10 this time also. So that worked out pretty good. And then in here I had 2 other hens. So there she is right there. So what I did is I just quarantined this part of the chicken coop. She's not gonna like this. I just want to get a better shot. Of course, everybody's gonna get wound up. Yeah, so her and another hen were sitting on 6 and 7 eggs each, and this is the only 2 that we got. Yeah, so I don't know if it's just because of this rooster did a better job, hen did a better job than the other one. There's the other one right there. She's kind of got a little bit of brown. She's dark, but she's got little light brown feathers on her. Anyhow, I took her away from the eggs. The eggs were there about 25 days. So obviously they weren't going to hatch. I don't want to hassle these guys too much. Today's raining. Anyhow, I gave her a shot. Now, in the spring, these two hens here had a batch of eggs that they were sitting on, and a couple of the chicks hatched out, but they didn't make it. So I don't know if it was that mother that didn't know what she was doing, type of thing. This silver one and the rusty one that I just showed that had the 10, they're the same type of chicken, same breed. Maybe they seem to know what they're doing better. I'm not really sure. Anyhow, we'll see. So this is enough chicks and chickens, laying hens for now. And they're not in here right now. I got 4 juveniles that are that were hatched out this spring. They're a really good size. They probably should start laying here, I don't know, another month or so. And they look like they're all hens. So I didn't get any roosters out of that first batch. There they are right there. And they're kind of cruising around, free ranging. They don't seem to hang out in the coop with the other older hens that much unless they really have to. If I force them in there, I think they get picked on or beat up a little bit. So I usually try to get them in there at night. So this is the other part of the half of that ICB tote, and I have 6 grow outs that I just started weaning them. I took 3 away from the mother a couple of days ago so she could start to dry up. I'm not sure if she was still milking and feeding them or not. They were eating solid food and grass and everything else I was putting in there, so I think they're all right. And then I had 6 of the older ones in here. They were 4 months old a couple of days ago. So 4 of them went to freezer camp, and 2 of them I kept as breeders. And I'll show you them now. Here, stand by. Heading over to show you those rabbits. See, the older hens are working their way out. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but the past week or so I've been having issues with raccoons. If I can get the coop or the run closed in early enough in the evening and get all the chickens in, there's no issue. I had 4 baby raccoons get in through the net and top, and then they got trapped inside. They couldn't get out. So on my way into work early in the morning, I had to deal with getting 4 raccoons out, which was an ordeal. And then the other evening I noticed when I went to go lock them all up, all the adults or the older ones were all in roosting, and the 4 juveniles were sitting on top of the netting. And then when I went down, a raccoon was inside and ran out. So they didn't want to go in there with, obviously, with the raccoon in there. And I'll keep an eye on them. It's not trapping season yet, obviously. Usually I trap a few of them, kind of clean them out of here because we got a pile of them around. And I'll show you the rabbits. Here, stand by. Okay, here's my oldest and biggest male. I'll probably be retiring him soon, but he still seems to be breeding, or wants to breed, I guess. I like handing on the trait that he's quite gentle. Even the little kids around, my grandkids and stuff, he doesn't bother them at all. Anyway, that's that guy. Okay, this guy, he was born, I think, Christmas Eve. And I got him. God, I can't get this door open. Trying to open the door next door. Got him from Don Schaefer, a buddy of mine, out in little musquash. Got this one and this one. They're brothers and sisters. She's a little lighter. Obviously, I can't breed these two together, or I shouldn't, apparently. Yeah, so that's the deal there. And then this little light brown one, she was in the hutch down there, the cage that I get the 4 little brown ones. She's a lot lighter, and that's kind of why I kept her for breeding. Hopefully I'll try her out. She's the daughter of this one that I just showed you there, the sister to this guy. Yeah, so she seems to be alright. She's still a little timid. She's not used to being handled or touched or anything. And then this one here has the new batch. So there's kind of a gray colored one, a really dark black one, which I'll probably keep. I don't know what sex that is yet. So she had 7. So 2 dark ones and 5 white ones. And I'll show you the other male that I kept. Here, stand by. Okay, and I kept this guy. He was the only white male that I had out of that last batch of 4-month-olds. Obviously I don't have a white male, so I'm trying to get a few different color phases in between the males and the females. So I have a white female, I have this white male, a really light brown one, and a medium brown female, and a dark brown male, and then that large big male that I'll probably retire in here in a little bit. Anyhow, I don't want to retire him until I know for sure the other males are going to work out. This guy's got black. I put black marker on the inside of his ears because he had 4 other white sisters, so I wanted to make sure I kept the right one. Anyhow, that's it for now. Maybe I'll show you the garden here quick. Stand by. Okay, here's the garden, or the potato patch. It's all flowered there now. It's not doing too bad. I don't want to drag this video out too long. It's getting a little lengthy there now. I'll just go through here right quick. Tomato plants are coming along. Got a couple rows there. Starting to blossom, so that's good. The kale is just finally starting to do well. I had a lot of beetles picking at them, which kind of sucked. Been having a real hard time with beets this year. So I do have 1 row of beets. They're pretty thin. We've been eating the greens. At the very back I got pumpkins. They're finally starting to get going here, and I'm going to start getting them running through now through the fence. And then usually I let them, to save on real estate, I kind of get them going down the bottom of the fence. And I don't have to worry about them taking up too much room. Planted a few rows of lettuce, another row of arugula. Lettuce is getting kind of big there now. That is carrots from last year that I planted. I stored them in the basement over the winter for us to eat, and I think I put 5 or 6 out there, and now I'm going to be able to collect the seeds from them because it's the 2nd year. So these are kind of getting to the point there they'll start drying up. Here's some Swiss chard that's going to seed that I'm saving that one plant. There's a bunch of spinach gone to seed. I already collected a bunch. I think I see the seeds are starting to drop there now, so I better yank those out of there. Here's 2 more rows. I think I planted market turnips and radishes. So that was a couple of days ago. They're actually starting to sprout up. We had a little bit of rain past couple of days. There's some romaine lettuce that's getting a little too thick there now. I'm going to start yanking it out, feeding it to the chickens. Here's another row of beets that I tried. This is, I think, the second or third time. I don't know what the deal is this year, but it seems like everyone is having an issue with beets. And there's my second row of carrots that I planted. They're just starting and having a hard go with them also. And there's carrots that were planted earlier in the spring. And 2 rows of peas. They seem to be doing good. Gotta start picking them here. These are snap peas. I think next time I want to plant sugar snap peas. And then on the outside of the fence I got another row of potatoes. Anyhow, that's it for now. I'm gonna shut this down. On the other end I got cucumbers, beans just starting. The garlic, not doing the greatest, but it's there. I had 2 rows of cucumbers. I'm going to put a steel trellis right in the middle here shortly. And the beans, having issues with slugs chewing them like crazy. Anyhow, that's it for now. If you think of it, like, share, subscribe, comment. That's the end there, eh? Thanks for watching.